The active hostilities in the Pokrovsk direction do not stop day or night. You can hear the fighting going on as far away as 10 kilometers from the front. Not an easy trip today to meet the Bradley vehicle crew. Well, first of all, it is 35 degrees Celsius, and secondly, we spent about an hour in the shelter before driving out because Russian drones in the sky were constantly monitoring. After making sure that the Russian reconnaissance UAVs will not notice our movement, we head to the Bradley vehicle's crew duty location. The defenders say it's calmer now, but a few days ago they barely had enough time to refuel the vehicle.
We went out on combat mission, but we hit the Bushmaster vehicle. Then we drove back and got hit by artillery. Then we were taking out the infantry. There was a hit almost in front of the engine, and we thought we were stuck, but it was all right. And then we got hit by an FPV drone.
The fighters have full confidence in American equipment. The hull of the Bradley fighting vehicle is welded and made of aluminum plates. The bottom is reinforced with an additional steel plate for protection against mines. Servicemen can barely feel slight impacts of the shells on the vehicle while being in the cabin.
I don't feel anything at all.
What about when you were hit by the FPV?
Well, we saw it on the thermal imager, a flash, and that's all.
The crew often goes out on combat missions at night. The vehicle is equipped with thermal imaging cameras.
From here you can see what the driver and the navigator see.
Is the image the same at night?
Well, yes.
You can see how the crew observes the intended target. The distance is about 100 meters. There's plenty of room for both infantry and three-man crew to operate in an American combat vehicle. This is the compartment for the driver and gunner. The whole crew communicates through the intercom, the communication system. And here is something interesting I wanted to show. Often, when a shell hits, the turret, which is above the driver mechanic, jams, and then it is very difficult for him to get out. And here in the Bradley, there is a corridor, and if the turret is jammed, the driver mechanic can get out through this corridor and easily get to the troop compartment. Despite having only driven light cars in civilian life, it was not difficult for a fighter with the call sign Filin to cope with the 40-ton combat vehicle. It's a large car. How do you feel the size of it?
Well, of course, I feel the dimensions, but you get used to it. It's like a bicycle, for example. When you ride, you feel that the handlebars could be big or small, but you quickly get used to it. It is the same here. The only bad thing is that there's no rear view mirror.
The combat vehicle carries a 25mm Bushmaster gun, a machine gun, and an anti-tank missile launcher. Is it true what they say, that they are really scared when they know that Bradley's coming?
Yeah, they are. They really hide, but they get used to that car and those sounds.
Russian troops are constantly conducting assaults using equipment in the Pokrovsk direction. Crews of the 47th Separate Mechanized Brigade have several times engaged in direct combat with the enemy on their vehicles, defending Ukrainian positions. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Alena Gramova, Yevhen Karmazin, UATV News.